Some travel facts are so strange that they sound completely fake, but they are real. And the strangest part is that these are not myths, internet jokes, or travel exaggerations. They are real places, real systems, and real things travelers can actually experience. At number 10, Australia, where you can visit lakes that are literally pink. That sounds like something edited for social media, but Tourism Australia highlights multiple pink lakes and says their colors can shift between pink, orange, red, and even blue depending on the season and conditions. It is one of those travel facts that feels less like geography and more like a glitch in the landscape. At number 9, Bolivia, where you can actually sleep in a hotel built from salt. Near the Salar de Uyuni, one of the most surreal places on Earth, salt hotels are a real part of the travel experience. And that fact feels absurd because the setting already looks unreal before you even add the idea of sleeping inside a building made from the same material as the landscape around it. At number 8, Denmark, where there is an island called Livø that is car-free, bicycle-free, and effectively dog-free for visitors. Visit Denmark states that cars are banned, bicycles should not be brought, and guests are not allowed to bring dogs onto the island. That sounds less like modern travel and more like a place with its own private logic. At number 7, Italy, where Venice now charges some day trippers an official access fee on selected dates. That sounds fake the first time you hear it because people expect cities to charge for attractions, not for entry itself. But Venice's system is real, official, and one of the strangest examples of over-tourism, changing how a city is actually experienced. At number 6, Japan, where you can visit a real cat island. Travel Japan describes Tashirojima as a place where the cat population far outnumbers residents and visitors. That is not internet myth weird. That is, take a ferry and go there weird. If you like travel content that goes beyond the obvious, subscribe to CHA87 Travel Guide. At number 5, New Zealand, where you can enter caves that glow because of living glowworms. New Zealand's official tourism site explains that glowworm caves are a signature part of the country, and that the species involved is found only in New Zealand and Australia. It sounds less like travel and more like walking into a fantasy ceiling made of stars. At number 4, the Netherlands, where there is a famous village whose historic center has no roads at all. Giethoorn is officially presented as a place with canals, footpaths, and bridges instead of roads in the old center. That is one of those facts that sounds charming at first, and then strangely implausible once you imagine it functioning as a real place. At number 3, South Korea, where you can visit the world's only toilet-shaped museum. Visit Korea describes Haewoje in Suwon exactly that way. It is a real museum, shaped like a toilet, and somehow it still manages to sound made up even after you know it exists. At number 2, Scotland, where the world's shortest scheduled flight takes about 2 minutes. Guinness World Records recognizes the route between Westray and Papa Westray in Orkney, and says it takes around 2 minutes, with the fastest recorded time even shorter. That sounds less like air travel and more like a joke with a runway attached to it. And at number 1, Turkey, where you can walk through an underground city in Cappadocia large and deep enough to feel almost impossible. Derinkuyu descends about 85 meters, and historical descriptions say it could shelter around 20,000 people with livestock and supplies. That is not just a cave system, that is an entire buried world, and it easily feels like the strangest real travel fact on this list. The strangest travel facts are usually the ones that sound fake right up until the moment you realize they are fully real. So which one of these felt the most absurd to you?